Hello, beautiful being, sending you love. I'm going to break down here Dr. Joe Dispenza's The Formula because a lot of people hit blockages when they're trying to learn Dr. Joe's work and they wonder and have all these questions about meditation. So I'm going to make it really simple because I too have not necessarily come from that scientific background, as I come from more of a spiritual, intuitive, heart-centered feeling and coming into this work. But I do love Dr. Joe, and I just want to make it easy for all of us to be able to sit down in meditation and to know exactly why and what is going on. So let's get started. So in most, if not all, of Dr. Joe's meditations, he starts them with sensing the space. I recently did a water meditation, and we used the feeling of warm water coming up from the feet into the crown of the head to sense the space. Or he'll say, feel the space between your head, or feel the space and the volume of space behind your heart, and we'll scan the body, or feel the space in the room and extending further out from you. So basically what this is doing is, as we sense the space, we are going from beta brainwaves and dropping down into alpha. So this is the aspect of sensing the space. So all we need to know is we're slowing down our brain waves, usually from a high or mid-range beta into alpha brain waves. And so what this is doing is we're turning our attention from the outer world, which is beta, the physical reality, and we're starting to melt and to merge into our inner world as we drop into alpha. Alpha brainwaves being the realm of imagination and the flow state, or the creative space. So the key aspect about dropping into alpha brainwaves is that the brain starts to synchronize together, and this is a key component. The brain will start to unify, and the networks will start to speak to each other, and this separation begins to dissolve, and we start to come into a more unified, holistic state of being. And coherent and orderly alpha brainwaves will create a resonance. And so this is where a lot of people might feel the block. Is the question is, what is happening? Like, I don't feel anything happening. I'm just sitting here as awareness, and I'm still hearing my thoughts, and we hear about all these miracles that happen at Dr. Joe retreats, and it's like, man, this is clearly not happening to me. I'm just sitting here wasting my time. I feel like a lot of people have these similar thoughts. So this is why we have to know why we're doing what we're doing, because all we have to do is to understand, so we can move through these doubts and these fears and these blockages, so we can actually get into this state in meditation. So what we have to realize is, when we're sitting and we're sensing, this is a big part of the formula of the process, because it's that slowing down, it's that turning inwards, getting into the imagination, getting into the inner world, forgetting about who you are in this physical reality, forgetting about your name, forgetting about your children, your job, what you have to do, the emails you have to check, and to also tame the body down, where you start to take control and mastery over your being. So remember that you're sensing the space, and you're not sensing nothing. And the mind will tell you that nothing is going on, but in fact something very important is starting to begin, which is you're starting to merge with the quantum field, with this infinite potentiality, with the source field. And this is an extremely important part of the meditation. So this field is an invisible field of frequency, energy, vibration, and information. So now that we understand why we're doing this, is we will now give ourselves the opportunity to get into this deep alpha state and to merge with this quantum field to become nobody, nowhere, in no time. And this is it. You have now become awareness. You have become consciousness. And now it is just you and this infinite field of energy. And this is where the juiciness begins. So first thing is we'll begin to entrain our autonomic nervous system with this field, and the nervous system will start to function orderly. And we're gonna make our body safe, relaxed, and connected, and the body will actually start to fall into a light sleep. But we are still awake, so the body's very calm, and it knows that it can just relax. And now, as we're awake, we can start to slip into theta. Now, this is the important aspect about theta, is it is the door between the conscious and the subconscious mind, and it will open up, and this is where we can rewrite the programs and lay new networks and start to create from thought and feeling, start to create a new electromagnetic signature. And to put it simply, is the electrical charge is what you're thinking, and the magnetic charge is what you're feeling, and we're creating from this state of being. By being the awareness, we then can start to write these programs and create from thought alone. And when you're in this field of energy and you have a thought, all of your attention, all of your focus, all your awareness is going on that thought, and you're plugging that thought in with your life force energy. So now, being in this deep meditative state, we can reprogram the brain and the body into a new future. So the point of meditation is basically to get beyond the analytical mind and to create this heart-brain coherence. And the two hemispheres of the brain will then start to sync and merge together, and this is where the union of polarity happens, the union of duality, and we get into this really holistic, full consciousness awareness state of being. Now, the purpose of all of the prior steps is to get into this holistic state where we then create from this unified field where this infinite amount of energy and frequency is. And we're now in the realm of infinite possibility, and the more that we linger there, the more that we open ourselves up to things like spontaneous healing or miracles, because this presence that we connect to, this field of consciousness, indeed is divine. It is all loving, all merciful, all forgiving. And so when we can really surrender into this level of consciousness and awareness, this is where the magic happens. So to summarize so far, what we've gone over is that we're going to sense, we're going to slip into our inner world, our alpha brain waves. We're going to open up the door into our subconscious mind. We're going to rest in the field. We're going to surrender. We're going to let go. And then we're going to start to create our new reality, and we're going to start to program our body into a new future. Another name for this unified field is the vacuum, or the 0 point. And this is also what spiritual teachers would talk about is to get into this great silence, the self, the supreme consciousness, and to abide there and to rest there. And this is the space where we can connect to infinite potential, and we can heal anything that we desire if we really let go and let it happen to us. So we want to be greater than the self that we've been. And no matter if the body wants to get up and check your phone or turn on the TV or pour a cup of coffee or have another meal, you're taming the body, and you're telling the body that you're the one that's in control, and you're taking all of your power back to the true source of your being, and we're going to create our new reality from here. So now, as we've stepped out into the 5D, or whatever you want to call it, out of the 3D reality, we're going to broadcast a new electromagnetic signature within our thought and our feeling. So Dr. Joe calls it a clear intention and an elevated emotion. So as we've come up with what we want to create in our future and what we want to magnetize to us, we're going to now hold that thought in mind, and we're going to invoke the emotion of gratitude or thankfulness as if it's already happened, and we're going to live in that new reality in that quantum field. Nothing has changed in our physical reality. We're still sitting there on the couch meditating, but everything is changing within your mind. And the key is to live in this state of gratitude, to get up out of your meditation after you've created and called in what you desire. Now you get up as if it's already done, and you live as if it's already done. And the key is to continue this throughout your day, because these old programs will come back and to try to trick you, but you stay vigilant and you actually keep in this unity consciousness state as you go about your day. And then you can actually be still creating as you're awake and you're about. So in a sense, the meditation is just one aspect of this formula. And the cool part is that you can continue this throughout your day. So I hope this video has served you and clarified exactly what Dr. Joe Dispenza is teaching. As you know, a lot of us have questions, and I just want to make clear of what exactly this formula is, and you know, how we can create miracles and abundance and health in our life. So you can subscribe to the channel here, and I'm leaving you with so much gratitude, and I really hope this serves you and makes your meditations easier to really drop in and to really trust, and to create this new reality. Love you, family. Peace.